In today's video, you are going to be amazed, not just with my video, but with the entire crew that is setting up this lineup. We have done a flippin' frenzy across the United States. There are, I believe, 11 states involved in this frenzy where we have each sent a package to somebody else somewhere across this country, and we have to flip each other's stuff. My package came from Las Vegas, and I cannot wait to show you what I've done. This is the one of the things that came from Marla from Las Vegas. And look at the price. $1.99. I don't go to thrift stores often enough to know if that's a good deal. I think it is. But here's the best part. She has probably had this in her stash for almost 2 years. So this is the best part about an activity like this or a challenge like this is that stuff that's been sitting in our stash for a while, like we can kind of see if somebody else has inspiration with it. So let's go ahead and get this tag off. I want to turn this into a riser. I don't want to paint it. It's funny, nothing. Marla gave me all this stuff and they're so pretty. I'm scared to paint anything. So I have this that's been sitting in my stash and I'm going to marry them to create a little riser, which I think actually will look perfect in my bathroom. I'm liking it. All right. So we're going to get some Gorilla Glue and put it all around the edges. I was going to put the flat side here, but this is actually a little concave, so it's going to be hard to do that. So I'm going to use the part that has the hole in the middle, so hopefully it still stays together. I have that Gorilla Super Glue and I am putting it all around the rim of that candlestick and then turning it upside down and making sure it is centered on my plate. And then we're going to just let that sit overnight. After about a half hour, I will put something on top of this so that it gives it some weight so that it, helps adhere. Before I show you that project, I want to show you another thing that Marla sent me. This is, I believe it's pewter, a little like goblet or cup, and it was also $1.99, also something she purchased almost 2 years ago. I will say the prices in Vegas are way better than I had thought. I'm very impressed, and I wish that I could go to your thrift store, Marla. I'm going to take off this little tag, which is giving me a little more trouble than I would have expected. And now I'm going to be mixing up a paint with a texturizer. This is a texture additive that I got off of Amazon. I know that there are several creators that use salt wash. I feel like this probably replicates what that salt wash does. And so I'm going to put in a couple scoops of this. I only actually needed one. And I'm going to mix in some dark paint because I'd like to create some texture and make sure that my paint fully adheres to that very slick pewter that is on that goblet. I did double check with ChatGPT, and a goblet is a thicker, sturdier stem and larger rounded bowl compared to a wine glass. So I'm not sure if that's what this is, but that's okay. Either way, we know that it is some sort of vessel that I will be using for this project. I am mixing in some Everett by Fusion with that texture additive, and I'm going to create a very, very textured like paint that I will be applying as a base coat for my project. If you will be replicating a project like this, you do want to make sure that you are using a chip brush or an inexpensive brush because that texture additive will make it very difficult to clean it out of the bristles. Now, I was able to clean it out of my chip brush, but I can't promise that will happen all the time. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. I am stippling this paint on rather than painting it on because I wanted it to have not only even more texture, but I wanted to avoid that streakiness that would have happened if I had been brushing on the paint rather than stippling. After finishing that one coat that was needed, I had so much paint left over that I just kind of went crazy and found anything I had sitting around me and covered them all with this textured paint. I do not waste paint. All right, I let my little vessel dry overnight and I came in the next day and I decided to use some drop cloth, which is a Dixie Belle chalk paint.
Thank you so much to Shelly from the Vintage Hen and Chick for providing me with this paint. I absolutely love shopping her website, and she gets stuff to me super quick, which I absolutely love. I'm going to be painting this entire piece only on the outside. I don't feel the need to paint the inside, and you'll see why in a bit. I'm going to paint it with about 1.5 coats of that drop cloth paint. Once that drop cloth paint was dry, I came back with a wet cloth, and I am trying to wet distress. I will say this chalk paint by Dixie Belle is much tougher than the clay-based paint that you would get from DIY, so wet distressing is a little bit more difficult, but I was able to get just a little bit off, which is what I really wanted. I finished that up, let it dry again, and now I am sealing everything with a polyacrylic sealer. I am just using Minwax Matte. Once that sealer was dry, I grabbed my Antiquity stamp set by IOD, and I'm grabbing that stamp set with Gabrielle written on it. I wanted to use the crockery labels, but I wanted this to be more bathroom related, not kitchen related, and all of those labels are more kitchen themed. So I am going to get this stamp. I do not put it on a backer because I do need to have it go around that kind of rounded surface. I also decided to use not only Timber, which is the kind of darker brown StazOn ink, but also some IOD black ink. And I kind of mixed the two together. And I am going to stamp them onto my piece. As I go around it, I am prepared for this not to look perfect because remember, this is a very textured surface that I am working with now. After pulling it up on the first try, I do come back and lay back down parts that I see missing from the original stamp. I know it's still not going to look perfect, but I just wanted to make sure that I got most of that stamp on there in some way. That way, when you look at it, it looks like it was always there and slowly was distressed over time. Now that that's done, I'm taking some foam clay that I had in my stash. I got these in a pack of 30, I think, off of Amazon. It is very light, moldable clay, and I like using it as kind of a replacement to floral foam. I actually don't know which one is cheaper. I'm going to look that up to find out, and I will let you know. But I had this in my stash, and that's why I'm using it today. I really like it because you can use it for a variety of things. And what I'm going to do with it today is I am molding it up, and I am going to be sticking it inside of my wine glass goblet vessel. And I'm going to be putting them together to create a base so that I can stick some floral picks inside. The last step before I am done with this project is to grab some Van Dyke Brown Glaze by Dixie Belle, and I am going to use it to age up this piece a little further. We have a lot of texture on that piece, but you can't really see it right now because I don't have any kind of dimension added there. That's what this glaze is going to do. You would grab this glaze and wipe it all across your piece once it is thoroughly dry, and that includes the ink that is on there. I'm going to wipe it on, let it sit for a bit, and then I'm going to wipe back the excess to reveal that amazing texture and some added bonus kind of splotches that kind of contribute to the vintage look that I'm going for.
November 9th, 2023.
Once again, I had no intention of painting this. This is why I told my team that people were cheating. Everybody was sending each other way too good of stuff. At least in my opinion. I have always created this challenge to be like sending this stuff that's like junk in your stash, and everybody was sending such beautiful things. So I'm sure you're going to love all of the amazing things people DIY with. I had a hard time because I'm so used to upcycling trash that I didn't know what to do with something so beautiful. So here's what we're going to do. I originally had some drop cloth around it that said the word relax, but I did not like how that ended up looking. What I decided to do was I wanted to fill it with bath salts, but I didn't have any. So I went into my kitchen and I found some kosher salt, and I am filling it with this. I ended up removing that label that I'd made and just wrapping the bottle with some twine and tying it in a bow, and this project was done. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, we have a long lineup, not just today, but tomorrow too. I also wanted to remind you that today And tomorrow, you can get 30% off anything on my website. And that includes the Connie Lines and Designs rice paper line that is now available on my website. All right, I'll see you next time.